County Today is presented by Cano Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting CanoRealEstate.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Brown. This is Clark County Today, our video update about what's happening in your community. Well, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Clark County topped 300 today, with 10 more cases added to the list. The death toll remains at 16. Currently, Peace Health Southwest says they have 14 people with confirmed COVID-19 cases. At Legacy Salmon Creek, there are 6 confirmed cases. Both hospitals say there are a number of other people still awaiting test results, but those details were not available. Clark County says 5 people are in intensive care. There are 50 cases within long-term care facilities in the county. All local hospitals say testing capacity is increasing daily, and they anticipate the number of potential cases awaiting results should continue to shrink. Well, Vancouver City Council on Monday took action to extend a ban on large events at city parks throughout at least the end of July. The extension, said City Manager Eric Holmes, came with the blessing of at least 4 major summer events after they worried decreased attendance and difficulty in getting vendors on board would mean a loss of revenue. The city is allowing the Vancouver Farmers Market to go forward, though, with severe limitations. The city is also extending park facilities closures through the end of May, including community centers, play structures, restrooms, and recreational programming. Clark County has yet to extend any closures of their parks, but other cities in the area are expected to follow Vancouver's lead. The city's main concern with the lack of social distancing, according to residents in the area, was Wintler Park off State Route 14.
We've lived here 15, 16 years. We walk pretty much every day. It hasn't affected us as much as the people that generally come here, man, every day. 30, 40, 50 people, 50 cars a day.
We're fine with it. I mean, we are obeying our social distancing. We're doing what we're supposed to do. And people really have been very good about staying on their side, and we walk on their side of things. And we run into people that we know because we've done this for forever. So it's kind of nice to see somebody to chat with a little bit. So that's been kind of nice.
Editor Ken Vance shared his thoughts late last week on President Donald Trump's 3-phased plan to reopen the American economy and how it might play out in the state of Washington. Specifically, Vance talked about his belief that there will be a time very soon when courage, faith, common sense, and a broader lens will be required of our leaders when it comes to reopening our economy, both nationally and in our state. Vance also pointed to Tea Party-like demonstrations that have begun across the nation and as anecdotal evidence that citizens are growing increasingly impatient for stay-at-home orders to be lifted. As we know, Washington has been one of the hardest hit states by the coronavirus pandemic in the country, so Vance doesn't expect our state to be among the first to enter into the president's plan to reopen the economy. That, Vance predicts, will lead to some growing unrest in our state between the citizens and the governor. Now, Representative Vicki Kraft of the 17th District was at Sunday's protest and spoke with Clark County Today about her reasons for going. Watch for that story coming soon. Uncertain times are everywhere, but Share Vancouver is staying the course of helping those in need. Volunteers have been packing backpacks with food for school districts to give out and serving the homeless with their socially distanced hot meal program. In an effort to continue serving the community, Share is asking for volunteers and donations even in this pandemic. At their Andreessen Street warehouse, volunteers are social distancing, wearing personal protective equipment while packing food and distributing supplies. In order to volunteer, you must be healthy and ready to serve. Visit ClarkCountyToday.com for the full story and how you can volunteer for a scheduled time. In the midst of all this COVID-19 stuff, you may have missed reporter Paul Valencia's awesome Our School project, in which he checked in with student leaders from nearly every school in Clark County. Here's Paul to talk a little bit about that project.
Good evening, Paul Valencia here. I'm standing outside Hudson's Bay High School and Fort Vancouver High School and Union High School and Evergreen High School. These are 4 of the 18 schools that ClarkCountyToday.com featured in the Our School project. This project came about right after the governor shut down schools for about 6 weeks. Well, in the middle of the project, as you know, schools were shut down for the rest of the academic year. With all the chaos in the world, we wanted something positive. So I reached out to 36 student leaders representing 18 high schools and asked them one simple question: what makes your school so special? The answers were inspiring. Here are a few examples. Ryder Bond from Hudson's Bay. Max Cifuentes of Fort Vancouver. Lizzie Anderson of Union High School. Jasmine Tia of Evergreen. This has been one of the most rewarding projects I've ever done in my journalism career. If you missed your school, go to clarkcountytoday.com. There's a page there with a link to all 18 stories.
Great stuff. Thanks, Paul. And speaking of our Mr. Valencia, he and our videographer Mike Schultz got to experience Friday Night Lights in April. Hawkinson High School turned on the lights at their football stadium last Friday evening as part of an event to honor the class of 2020. Hawkinson officials asked community members to drive through the school campus parking lot to honk their horns, wave, and cheer for the class of 2020. The lights came on at 2020 military time and stayed on for 20 minutes. This is part of the Be the Light campaign that is spread throughout the country. Many area schools participated on Friday in some capacity. At Hawkinson, it turned into a parade. Well, there's your quick check of just some of the stories we're following at clarkcountytoday.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the lively conversation. You can also contact us via email with feedback and story ideas. news@clarkcountytoday.com is the address. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.